Hello, everybody. It's a special occasion. Taylor Hamel's here from DMM. Taylor, how are you?
I'm great, Nick.
Taylor,
hey, everybody.
Do you know why we're here today?
We're giving away some free stuff, I think.
We're giving away entire orders.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so right now we're under sale, as they would say in the boating world and in the e-commerce world, right? Because there's a sale. We're under sale. And
yeah, that's a great dad joke.
Yeah, exactly. So you get two choices with our. I'm like a boomer trying to figure out where the camera is. You get two choices with our sales. So you get flash sales. There's flash sales coming out every other day. We got big flash sales that are going to drop tomorrow morning. There's already some out there now. A little bit limited inventory just because of like the Suez Canal and all the supply chain stuff. And I should ask you where all the product is. But
yeah,
there's limited availability on some of these items. So people should buy them. And then if more items come out, they can place another purchase. But when you're taking advantage of flash sale deals, you can get an additional 15% off your entire order with the code SWEET15, or you can roll the dice and go with SUPER7, and your order has a 1 in 7 chance of getting a complete and total refund. Now, this isn't the first time we've done this. We've given away over $100,000 worth of free orders so far. We've had hundreds of people win this and similar promotions over the last couple of years. It's really, really exciting stuff.
Your bosses must love you.
They don't.
You think they know about it?
No. They don't love me, which is unfortunate. Listen, before we get into calling people, is there any DMM news that you want to tell us about?
Well, I guess the big news right now is DMM's turning 40 years old.
Woo! What's that like? You did that like what, 5, 6, 7 years ago?
What, for me?
Yeah.
I'm 44. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
you're older than DMM.
I'm older than DMM. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Does DMM? Do they call you Dad?
No, definitely not.
Do you make as much money at over 40 as DMM does?
Certainly not.
So is there like a party? Are there going to be 40th anniversary edition devices? Is there a 40th anniversary color coming out? What does that mean for people?
There's well, with the pandemic still kind of raging, there was going to be a party in Wales, and that sort of got poo-pooed. They're releasing a full documentary video. You may have seen the little teaser that they did. There was like a little 3-minute teaser vid that had Paul and Fred, two of the founders, and they're doing a full. I want to say it's like 40-minute, probably appropriate 40-minute documentary. Cool. That's going to be released at an event. I think it's this weekend, even today, maybe. I'm not keeping up on that stuff. It's a rock climbing event, so I should know better. But yeah, so DMM turning 40. It's been amazing. I mean, I've been working with DMM in some sort of capacity since 2009. So I've got what 12, 11 years in with DMM now. It's pretty wild. I was there for their 30th birthday party. It was at an event in Germany, in Friedrichshafen, Germany, a big outdoor event. So that was cool. Been fun to be around.
That's awesome. So DMM has turned 40. You got married.
I got married.
That's right.
There ladies, it is. Ring on the finger.
Ladies and gents, Taylor's off the market.
That's right.
So if you were crushing, I know I've always been crushing on you, but you're gone. You're off the market.
Off the market. My beautiful wife, Aisha.
That's big news. Congrats. And then you also caught a 50-inch muskie.
No, that wasn't me. My biggest this year was 45 and a half.
Oh, 40.
Yeah.
A 45.5-inch muskie. Well, hey, that's really cool. Let's go ahead. Let's get ready. We'll call one person. Then I have some questions I want to ask you. And we'll tell them that their order's free. We're going to call. Some people don't go very big, and then they end up winning, which is kind of a disappointment. Our first order is only a $98 winner. We do put a maximum on the refunds, so we refund up to a $5,000 order. We've actually had a few $5,000 winners before, a lot of $1,000 winners. But But Nick here, not me, the other Nick that we're going to call.
Nick or Nicholas?
His name is Nicholas.
Nicholas Swan.
And we're going to give him a call. And he's a $98 winner. So there's a little bit of lag on the voice when you're calling him, Taylor. So just make sure to speak slowly, right? And I will let you intro him if he answers and tell him that he won. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Let's do it. I'm going to hit call.
And this is being refunded.
Yeah, he'll get a total refund.
Everything.
Everything.
His shipping, all that.
All of it.
Hello?
Hey, is this Nicholas?
Yes, who's this?
Hey, Nicholas, this is Taylor Hamel from DMM. I'm calling with Nick Bonner from TreeStuff. Nick says hi. We're calling to tell you that you're getting your order refunded.
Order refund?
You're a winner.
What is it?
Nick, this is Taylor
Is
Hamel.
this from TreeStuff?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit, really?
Yeah, you're a winner. And you're talking to Taylor Hamel, the DMM guy from all the videos.
Holy shit.
Yeah, awesome.
I can't stress that enough.
No, you do win. You're a winner.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. What did you order, Nick? You only bought $98 worth of stuff. You should have gone much bigger.
I know. I just, yeah, I know. I'm not happy about it either. It was, I was actually on the job, and we're getting frustrated, and we're like, fuck it, let's get a big shot.
There you go.
Yeah, just kind of a quick impulse thing. I wasn't really thinking about what else I needed, so.
Well, listen, Nick, we have actually had over a dozen people have been 2-time winners in this promo over the last couple of years. We've given away over $100,000 worth of free orders, and your $98 order is just another one of them. You'll get a complete refund from us, and we're still going to send you all your stuff for free. It'll be on your door, and we're going to be launching new flash sale items every other day, all the way up until Black Friday. We'll have a whole slew of items by then. So keep your eye on the site and,
That's awesome.
let it ride, man.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, we'll catch you next time because you're going to win again, I have a feeling. And I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, all right?
Hey, thank you, you too.
Cheers. See you, Nicholas. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, thank you.
Yeah! Woo! Winner!
Right on.
He's
Right
excited.
on.
People don't always answer. We've hit some dry spells before where we just call people and call people and call people. So it's exciting to get someone that was so jazzed
Heck yeah.
right away. Great. Well, we do have a couple more calls to make. There was more than just Nick Swan was our winner yesterday, so we'll call a couple other people. I wanted to ask you some questions. We wrote down some generic questions that we're going to ask our guests throughout the week. What do you think, Taylor, that all new arborists should be taught?
What all new arborists should be taught.
What's the most important thing? Or what's one thing that you think is missing? I mean, obviously wear a helmet, right?
I think my answer would be patience.
Oh.
It's the tree world is full of too much crazy running around, time crunch, under the gun to get things done. And I think that patience is something that's lacking in most of the tree care industry. And that doesn't mean that obviously you want to produce and you want to be efficient, but you just got to be patient. I think that's number one when you're starting out. Just be patient.
It's like one of those things that it takes you experience to learn, and by the time you've learned it, you're like, oh well, now I'm already old enough to know to be patient. So I wish maybe it's like they've written songs, right? Like I wish that I knew then what I know now, or I wish I knew now when I was younger or whatever. Patience is the thing, right? Is to take a patient and measured approach. That's a great answer. If you're in the chat on Facebook, feel free to throw your answers in for these questions, or go place an order on TreeStuff, one of the two. Another question for you, Taylor. Do you think that SRT has progressed fast enough? Is it getting adopted? Is it progressing too fast? What do you think?
Man, SRT has been around for a long time, and it's really only been in the last, 5 years that it's really gone crazy. And whether or not that's been adopted quickly enough, well, man, I don't know. It's an ever evolving industry, isn't it? And there's always going to be something new coming along. And whether or not, I guess I wouldn't say it's one way or the other. I think the industry just goes the way it goes, and whatever comes out on the other side is just fine, really. But one thing that I've been seeing lately is, and this is true worldwide, I suppose, but this, everybody's got a social media channel. Everybody's, posting videos of themselves doing stuff and coming up with stuff. And you got to tinker and you got to invent things and whatever, and you have to figure out what works for you climbing wise. But man, I see some stuff that it's just a learning process, I suppose, but just be careful what you're posting,
Right.
It's so easy now to just immediately post and reach thousands of people, whereas
they may not know as well as you.
Yeah, and back in the day, you'd tinker around back in your yard, or you'd go to a tree climbing championship a few months down the road and show something or try something and get feedback and blah blah blah. It was a very long, measured, thoughtful process, and now everything happens so quickly that. And you're maybe getting advice from people that shouldn't necessarily be giving advice. So I would just, man, it's kind of like the patience thing. Just, you don't have to launch everything out there right away. Like think hard about it, and don't just take the audience's opinion as read.
And especially for some of the more popular content creators, right? I mean, people. They see you posting a lot. They see you engaging a lot. They think you know what you're talking about. And you might, send somebody off with just enough information to be dangerous, but not enough information to be safe.
Sure. And that's a tough thing too. Like being, somebody who's taught things and, spoken at events and hosted workshops and things like that. I mean, yeah, you never want somebody to take what you said and hear it or misconstrue it or whatever, but it's not necessarily your problem if somebody does, as long as you presented it with the caveats necessary. Yeah. But I guess just back to the whole SRT thing, like I've used it for I don't know, since 2004 probably, and it's just part of the toolbox. Just part of the toolbox. And yeah, there's some pretty cool creative, canopy anchors and things going on right now, and redirects and stuff that are really cool. So whether or not it's too quickly or not quickly enough, I think that's hard to say. It's just the little wacky things that kind of do my head in, it's like, we're all just climbing trees at the end of the day. So let's just make that easier to do and we'll all be good.
Yeah. What a thoughtful answer. One of the things that bums me out is the claiming. Follow like skateboarding or like BMX. Anytime somebody does a trick, they got to name it, right? Yeah. And it used to be like you did a trick, you called it the 900, right? And now you call it the Hamel.
Yeah.
The Hamelnator. And man, does everybody need to name a hitch after themselves?
Right.
I mean, like some of these variants on the VT, like just because you twist it another way does not mean you put your last name on it and call it a hitch. Like you're not, Kevin Blake. You didn't invent like a new knot. It's just, you just twisted it in a different direction. Anyways, the claiming drives me nuts. But that's something you see all over. Let's let's go ahead. Let's call someone else. I want to give something away. I'm getting itchy. We got another, unfortunately, another small order here, which kind of bums me out. This is Livia. We're going to call, and Livia has a $106.99 refund coming to them. Every time you place an order during Black Friday, you can choose whether you want to get a 15% discount extra on top of your order with the Sweet 15 coupon code, or you can choose SUPER7 and you get a 1 in 7 chance of getting a full refund. Did you know that, Taylor?
I do now.
You do now. I've told you 3 times, but I'm sure some of our audience may not know. Let's go ahead. Let's call Livia.
You need to read our emails.
Yeah.
Come on, Taylor.
Same thing as last time, Taylor. We'll let you kind of intro it and let them know. Maybe throw in that you're calling with TreeStuff. I think you did that last time. He was maybe a little taken back, but we'll do our best and we'll let Livia know. $106.99 refund. That's tax, shipping, all coming back to him, and then we're going to send the stuff free. So let's do it.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated message system.
All right, I'll leave a voicemail.
139183.
Beep, beep.
Not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Livia. This is Nick Bonner, Taylor Hamel, and Cale Royer calling you live on the TreeStuff show. You placed an order and you used a coupon code because you thought that you might win. You were like, I'm going to go for this 1 in 7 chance to win a free order. You thought maybe you would get your tax, your shipping, the cost of your goods all back, and that maybe we would send you your stuff for free. Well, you were right. You're a winner. Yeah, that's pretty rad, right? What a cool voicemail to get. So, hey, you don't have to do anything. Just wait for your stuff to come, and you'll see a credit on your credit card bill soon. Cale and I do the refunds manually, and next week's Thanksgiving, so it might take us a minute to get it, but you're going to get a refund from us, and you're going to get all your stuff for free. Taylor, you want to say congrats?
Hey, congrats, Livia. Good job.
Woo! Thanks, Livia. Man, yeah, that was a good one. Felt like we really built it up there with that voice. Yeah, this is such a narrow. Yeah. Good stuff. I do have a couple more, like just generic tree climbing questions I want to ask you, Taylor. I don't know if you know this, but I'm terrible at the throw line. Very, very awful at it. You're good at it though, right? You're pretty good at it.
I would say I have my moments.
Without using the word patience, how can I and other people that suck at throw line get better?
Well, since I can't use the word patience, that would be number one. It's kind of a theme in the tree world.
I sensed that.
What really works for me is having a mantra that I tell myself. And that mantra, it's been a while now since I've thrown a throw line, but I have a mantra, and that, of course, is it's consistency, visualization, focus, and patience. So consistency meaning that depending on the height of the throw, I'm going to hold the throw line in a particular position. I'm going to have, however much leash between the bag and my finger. And I usually just pick, I'll set the bag on the ground next to my foot, and I'll pick a rib in my rib cage. And that's my index. And I always hold, depending on the height, I might choke up a little bit if it's a shorter throw, but I'll always try to have the same amount of leash between my hand and the bag. That's consistency. That's and I'll always stand in the same position if I can with my feet together. That's what works for me.
Because when I tie knots, I do a similar thing where I go like this, and I know that this is the right distance to tie a specific knot, or I'll draw the rope to my elbow and make a loop or something. And yep. I use those little body cues, right? The distance from my hand to my elbow, or In your case, from the ground to your rib or your elbow. That's really interesting. That's a good tip for throw line.
Yeah. So consistency, and I used to get into like taking the same number of warm up throws every time and kind of get into a Zen thing, but I don't necessarily do that anymore. I just release when I feel it's right. So consistency. The next is visualization. You have to see that target union. Where are my fingers here? And you have to visualize the bag. You know, you have to visualize a throw bag going through it. And I mean, I visualize a very perfect picture. The color of the bag, how the rope, the throw line is tied. Is there a little tag on it? A tail, whatever. Like I visualize that going into the target. And the third would be focus. And that means that I keep my eye on the target and I do not take my eye off of the target until the bag is in it. Because what happens is you're winding up for this throw and you're looking at the target. And as the bag comes out and up and into your field of vision, your eyes immediately go down and track the bag. It's just a human nature. Something comes into your field of vision and your eyes go there, and you've now taken your focus off of the target. So to me, number 3, focus means my eyes stay locked on the target and do not move until that bag is in the target. And then, of course, the fourth would be patience. Because if you keep, sometimes you're having a bad day. You just got to stay patient. Treat every throw like it's the first throw, not the 20th.
If anybody wants my tips on throw line, it's to have someone that's better at throw line than you around, or an APTA.
There you go.
So that's my tip on throw line. Let's do our last call. This is our biggest winner of the day, Cale. We've got a $466 winner. That's not a small amount of money. I mean, that's a sizable chunk of, most people's paychecks, I think. Definitely mine.
466.
466. I never win anything, right? And I'm one of those people. And like, if I won $466, I would buy my wife something nice, probably in like maybe the $40 range. I would spend the rest of the money on something for myself, for sure. Don't tell her I said that. All right, let's do this. We got Charlie Rumble. That name sounds familiar. Rumble. Oh,
that's a pretty cool last name.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool last name. Charlie Rumble. Boom, it's ringing. Taylor, we're gonna let you take the lead.
Right on.
Come on, Charlie. Charlie. Come on, Charlie. We need Emilio Estevez saying, "Come on, Charlie." From the Mighty Ducks. That was a good one.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice
Should I do the
messaging
voicemail
system.
again?
2
Yeah.
Go for it.
9 6 1 4 3 1 7 8 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more
Oh,
options.
you got the name wrong on the screen there, Cale. Hi, Charlie. This is Nick Bonner, Taylor Hamel, and Cale Royer calling you from TreeStuff. You're actually live on our show. There was a small problem with your $466.98 order. You used a coupon code to try and get a refund, and you got a refund. And the problem is that you don't need to pay for it. So you're actually going to get $466 worth of stuff for free. We're going to ship it to you. You'll get it, and then we'll give you a refund on your credit card, and you'll have all that money again. Now, Charlie, since I got your voicemail, I can blab a little bit. What are you going to do, hang up on me? We've had a lot of two-time winners before. A lot of people win, and they just go back and they're like, I'm going to place another order. And so many people do that, in fact, that we've had over a dozen people win twice before. So you've won almost $1,500, and we've given away total over $100,000 in free orders over the last 2.5 years doing this promotion. So there's a really good chance that you could win again, man. If you're not Charlie, if you're watching the show right now, you should place an order so that Charlie doesn't win twice. because you'll really regret it if you see Charlie won twice and you didn't order. Also, a shout out to Livia and Nicholas, our first 2 orders that we gave away for free today. They were both in the $100 range. So, they were a little disappointed that they hadn't won as big as you did, Charlie. Apparently, Taylor's laughing at me. I can see him on the screen. But Charlie, listen, have a happy Thanksgiving, man. Have a happy Friday. If you think about it, maybe record a video of yourself saying I'm a winner and email it to us, media@treestuff.com. We would really appreciate it. Hey, listen, have a great one. Bye.
See you, Charlie.
Wow. This is going to be an exciting weekend because
I'm surprised that voicemail didn't hang up on you. You probably used up all the data, or
the next people that call Charlie, it's going to be like, this person's voicemail is full. Voicemail box you've reached is full. Listen, this is going to be an exciting weekend. Cale, who's our guest on Monday? Do you know?
I can look it up.
We have on Monday, Nicaragua from Tree. We're also going to have Krista Stratting, Mark Chisholm next week on our show. So
right on.
If you want to get the Chiz to call you and tell you got a free order, you got to place an order. You got to use Lucky 7. If you don't want to take the chance, if you're just like, man, I like flash sales and double discounts, you can use the Sweet 15 code and you get an extra 15% off on every single thing we sell, including the already heavily marked down flash sales. So pretty sweet deal.
Wow.
Yeah. Taylor, you've been a great guest. It's almost 5 o'clock. I want to be respectful of your time. Is there anything else we want to tell our audience before we ditch out here today?
Wow. Boy, have a great holiday season. Be safe out there and keep climbing trees.
Inspiring.
And wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet.
Wear your helmet. Be patient.
Be patient. Taylor, thank you so much. Cale, thanks for putting the broadcast together today. Let's sign it off, and we'll all give a nice, healthy wave.